Hello, I'm Sexy Danny 21 Awesome, and I'm here with Spiderjackangel.
Hello,
And
everyone.
and today we are going to review the Consequence DLC for the Evil Within. So let's start off with you, Spiderjackangel. What did you think of this DLC?
I actually really liked it. I mean, I think it's a very worthy successor to the original DLC, which was
The assignment.
The Evil Within the Assignment, and replicant of Slender Man, and then there is also the light bulb guy,
Yeah,
or as I like to call him, the individual, the kind of like lighthouse individual, because
yeah.
I mean you refer to him as a light bulb guy, but I refer to him as lighthouse because it's more of a lighthouse type thing. And I would have to say, like, both bosses are a little bit challenging in their own way, but overall I would say the game itself is very challenging due to the fact that you have to do a lot of sneaking around in this game.
Oh yeah.
This game requires a lot of sneaking around. There are parts in the game that you will die quite a bit. And overall, I have to say the game itself offers a very good backstory to each of the characters. I like what they did with Sebastian's character, the backstory with him. I like how they went into his backstory dealing with his family and stuff like that. I like how the game kind of offers you a more of a solid explanation to the questions that they were left pondering at the end of the original story in The Evil Within. What do you say so?
Oh yeah. I mean, I would say that this is definitely a way longer DLC than the assignment. Um, it it's a very difficult DLC. I found the most difficult boss in the game to be the light bulb guy, who was very hard to get past, and he
I think I just got lucky with him.
yeah
Honestly, I think I just got lucky with him. I mean, I do admit the door sequences in that game where basically you had to sneak around and basically wait until the door opens. I mean, that was in the first part of the, DLC, the assignment. And then,
yeah.
like, the, there's another part in this, I believe it's this game, where there's a little similar type circumstance, and it's really, really tough.
My one complaint would be the lack of Leatherface, because I really wanted him to show up when you were in the meat part.
Lack of who?
Like the I call him Leatherface, the guy with the chainsaw. Remember when you're in?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you were talking about
There's two of them.
Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw, but I was trying to remember, like,
Yeah.
in terms of what enemy in the Evil Within were you referring to.
I just refer to him as Leatherface, but I know that's not his actual name. I mean, he's just the guy with the chainsaw. But I mean, the two chainsaw guys were kind of like absent, and they're two of my favorite characters. So I was kind of hoping that they would have been in that sequence. But that's my only complaint about the DLC. I mean, I liked everything else. It was really good. I mean,
Yeah, it was a good DLC. Um, if I was going to say my complaints with it here and there, I would say it is a little bit of a struggle. It does get a little bit intense, and because the main campaign story, you basically just can shoot anything, and this one basically is more of a stealth, sneaking around type thing.
and what do you think about those like blind mole creatures that are like people and they're like all together and they move around?
Oh, those things were a pain in the ass. The exploding
Yeah.
things, yeah. Those
There's a part.
Things killed me. Actually,
Yeah.
those things killed me the most.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, those things freaking killed me the most. I think I.
Those
did
killed me
some
the
of those-
least. That's the funny thing, because like you and me, like we die at different parts. You die at the mole people. I die at the light bulb guy. Like
Yeah, the lighthouse dude. Yeah.
the mole people are very hard to get around. You have to have like a strategy. You know.
I do admit, like, that part where you basically get to go up to the light bulb man or lighthouse guy, however you want to name him,
Yeah.
and basically, shoot him / put your heel into him. I was just like, when they gave me that option, I was thinking to myself, if I was in a survivor horror thing, I would 100% want to make sure this effort is, it's not going to get up. There's no circumstances where basically I wasn't going to basically walk up to this individual and double tap this individual. I mean, heck, even in just about every zombie thing, all the characters are like, well, you better make sure that the thing's dead, so always, shoot the thing twice. So, I mean,
I have to admit that when you get the shotgun, that's when the real fun starts. Especially when you kill the mole people. You're just killing them. You're like,
that shotgun is really powerful.
I hate the fact that you can't use a shotgun when you're in the vent though, and you have that mole guy has you trapped, and you're like, oh shit, you have to get rid of him.
Yeah, just looking around, you're like, how the fuck do I get past this thing? Okay, looks good.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of strategy that goes on trying to get past those moles. And there was a point when I was playing the game where I was like, am I ever going to beat this DLC?
I think you even spammed me a couple times where you're just like, Spider, I need help. I look at my PlayStation 4, I see it, I was like, yeah, shoot in the face like about 15 times. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I did, and then I killed him. And then the door opened, and I was like, yes.
I know, like, once you beat that thing, you're just like, yeah, it's good.
I know. Once you get past him, for me, it was like, that was the easiest part for you, but the hardest part for you was the mole people. That's funny. The guy definitely is a Slender Man ripoff, though. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That black pants. There's like those little tentacle things that come out, and it's a Slender Man ripoff.
And especially we'll tie in with these two DLCs with the Box Man.
No. I think the Box Man's gonna be a completely different DLC altogether.
That's going to be interesting because we don't know if it's like his origin story or.
I think it's going to be more of. I don't think it's going to be an origin story. Yeah. I think it's going to be more about certain perspectives of the game where you run into that individual, or like maybe you're basically killing the leftover individuals from the company that basically forced everybody to go into like this sleep type process into this
like tied in or
yeah, he could be a person. I mean, it's very likely. I mean, like, we got a glimpse on like what the main girl kind of saw throughout this game. I mean, like, there's little hints on basically why she was acting the way that she was acting, and she was seeing the guy that looked like Slender Man when she basically ran into Sebastian. I mean, and there are certain parts in the game where basically you got her perspective. So like one of the other I would say individuals that you come across in the game could actually be the Boxhead Man, but however you not knowing it as a player until a certain point in the game. So
yeah, when do you think it'll be released? In a couple months or?
Well, I had the release date for it. They did have a release date for it. Let's just say we're gonna leave the link down below.
All right, we'll leave the link down below to when the supposed release date for the box.
It's very soon.
Yeah.
I know that. It is actually very soon.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll definitely review that, and I believe that's the final DLC for.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So yeah, we'll review that. Anyways, I really enjoyed these two DLCs and how they both tied into each other. Do you feel that these two DLCs are one of the best DLCs in any game, or how would you?
No. They're probably maybe some of the most creative.
Yeah.
And in terms of DLCs, but I wouldn't say they're the best DLCs because there's a couple other DLCs that I actually really like.
Yeah.
Some of them I can't remember at this moment, but I would probably say they're a lot more better than the DLC to like Assassin's Creed Black Flags. I mean, from what I played of the DLCs for those, I mean, I would say they're better than those. I wouldn't say they're as good as let's see, another DLC. Like the DLC for Infamous, I'm not quite sure if they're as good as that. But they're actually pretty good DLCs.
So what would you rate the Consequence out of 10 on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd give it about a 7.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 too. Because I mean, I really, like I said, like the one thing that the game did lack, I felt like they could have had a, like a Leatherface chainsaw scene. That would have been sweet because it was kind of like there's a part of the
Well, you gotta remember that the protagonist
Yeah.
in this game is seeing a different view than
Yeah.
the protagonist in the other game.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but but you also see the mole people and a bunch of other characters that the same character. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah, I do.
yeah. I mean, it depends, right? I mean, like, I don't know. I just really wanted to see the Leatherface guys because I was just when I ended and like it starts closing and then it's like, oh, we're punking you. This is a punk. They like punked us basically, but I have to say though it was very creative, and I liked the whole Slenderman bad guy concept, and I liked how in the DLC you were also fighting yourself, where there was like zombie versions of yourself. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was really creative.
Yeah, I like that part. That was really cool, and especially when he's like controlling the ground and you have to walk over here, you have to walk over there, and it's like, it's really cool. Yeah, I would definitely give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it, and it was actually very hard to get past, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to have difficulty with it. But once you get past it and you beat it, like, the enjoyment of actually finishing it is definitely worth it. So stick in there and definitely beat this DLC because you'll like the ending, because the ending definitely adds to the game.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
So anyways, that's our review, and have an awesome night.
Yep.